It's been about 6 months since taking the Redmagic 10 Air for a daily drive. So let's talk about the pros and cons of owning this gaming device. While some gaming tests have been conducted occasionally, I was more interested in its durability under normal usage and how well it performed. The 10 Air was set up on both Mint Mobile and Visible, or T-Mobile and Verizon networks respectively. Every time you move from one carrier to another and have to create an account, you will have to use another IMEI number in order to accept the account creation, such as a Samsung or an iPhone. Once you receive your SIM card from that carrier, you will be able to use the Redmagic 10 Air without any problems. I went to remote spots around Maryland's Chesapeake Country and found no signal on some beaches at times, but haven't had a problem anywhere else. The 10 Air may lack a wireless band or two found on flagships for the US market, but it has not affected daily use here in the United States, at least in my region. Durability is also a plus for the 10 Air. Its matte glass metal backplate has prevented fingerprints when frequently using the device au naturel, otherwise known as without a case. It has been thrown into pockets, pickleball bags, beds, and onto carpeted floor, and the device has remained flawless. No imperfections, scratches, or dents on the sides or back. The 6.8-inch vibrant screen has also been pretty durable. I can't say the same for the two bargain screen protectors I had already gone through. Applying the third screen protector in 4 months hasn't left any residues, scratches, or scuffs on the screen. Even after a drop out of my pocket a foot from the ground, the screen remained intact. As with most non-mainstream devices, accessories are hard to come by, so there was a very limited amount of screen protectors available for this device. The reason why I moved off an iPhone in the first place was the presence of a front screen notch. The Redmagic 10 Air is completely void of one, including the under-display front camera. The 120Hz refresh rate is a welcome change from my iPhone 14 Plus. There are noticeable drawbacks to the under-display front camera, but we will get into that later on in this video. However, overall, the screen is as advertised. Battery life has been a mixed bag. Redmagic does claim about 26 hours of battery life, and from 0 to 100 that does seem to hold true. However, since I follow the 80-20 rule, that has definitely meant an everyday charge at least. It's not a huge problem, but if the device drops below 20%, I feel that it drops at an alarming rate. Turning on the power save mode really hinders the overall performance and experience using the phone, as anyone would expect. With that said, it's a moot point when using the included 80-watt charging brick. It's consistently charging the phone from 20 to 80 within a half an hour. Another thing that was not unexpected but may be an issue for some is the camera performance. With an under-display front camera, the selfie or face recognition features of this device does suffer greatly. I don't even use the face recognition as it works only about 60% of the time, and even less amount in low light conditions. Selfies aren't going to be Instagram worthy for most, but unless my daughter steals my phone and goes crazy, I don't ever use it. On the opposite side, the 50 megapixel main rear camera also has some noticeable issues. Colors tend to get oversaturated, and photos of people look heavily filtered, almost like a Snapchat filter was applied. This may have to do with Redmagic's AI algorithm, but turning those features off seems to remove that beauty filter. Overall, as you would expect, flagship phones do provide better photos, but the ones produced from the Redmagic 10 Air are more than adequate for my needs. Video recording also works surprisingly well, but you may notice some jitters shooting lengthy videos. However, I've used it for video on another channel and it's more than adequate until I'm able to afford a much better camera. As this is obviously a gaming phone, it would be injustice to skip game testing altogether. I spent approximately 30 hours of Android gaming on this device to test out its Liquid X cooling system. With the lack of a fan found on the Redmagic 10 and Redmagic 10 Pro, I felt the device's temperature was only slightly lower than my Samsung Note 10 Plus was running the same games. I do recommend using the included case or utilizing a gamepad attachment during gaming sessions. As you would expect, games ran noticeably better than my previous phones, including my iPhone 14 Plus, but that should be expected given the chipsets in both. Screencasting overall has been great as well. It's allowed me to continue using the Samsung DeX-like feature without plugging in the phone. Overall, the Redmagic 10 Air exceeded my expectations as a suitable replacement for my iPhone 14 Plus. Although this device does work well on most carriers in the US, my only concern is the updates continuously provided by Redmagic, as I've only gotten 2 major updates since this was released 6 months ago. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.